So once again, COVID is not just a disease, it is mobility. Do you think you can go from one province to another in Canada? You should be able to if you're Canadian, but we are here with the head of the Civil Liberties Association, Michael Bryant, and he is telling us that's not the case. What is the case? You can't travel?
Some premiers in some provinces are saying, even though you're a Canadian, Stephen, you can't come into their province because they've declared themselves king of Canada.
Do they have a right to do that?
No, they don't. So
it's illegal.
We've gone to court to challenge what is called the travel ban in Newfoundland, which says that if you don't reside in Newfoundland, you can't go into Newfoundland, even though you're a Canadian.
When is that going to be heard? That's a fascinating case. Will it be heard quickly?
The case was heard. We lost, believe it or not, at first instance, but we announced our appeal yesterday. We're going to be going to the Court of Appeal soon. It doesn't just apply in Newfoundland. There are other provinces across Canada that have similar rules.
Well, we've actually heard in the spring Ontario mayors saying, we don't want you guys here. I heard just last weekend, radio stations in London were saying, if you're from Toronto, don't visit us in London, Ontario, 2-hour drive away. There is some balkanization going on.
Yes.
And is that justifiable in terms of health?
Good question. So this is just the question. Is it necessary? Well, maybe. It depends. Have you got evidence that shows that only by excluding you and me from Newfoundland can in fact you tackle COVID? And the answer is, well, there are other ways of dealing with this issue of outsiders, such as through quarantine.
Testing too.
Right. So the constitutional question is it proportional? Is it absolutely necessary? And our argument is clearly it's not.
But I mean, somebody could say, well, New Zealand has a very low rate, and they say it has a low rate because it is essentially a big island, and they cut themselves off.
Right.
But it's a separate sovereign country.
That's right, and that's just it, is we have mobility rights in Canada, and this was the whole point of Canada. The Canadian provinces, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, and then the other provinces all agreed that we could do more together than we could do apart. That was the pact, that was the Confederation deal, and all that is being thrown out during COVID.
Yeah, but it's a separate deal. You know about Joey Smallwood in 1949, the Dominion of Newfoundland. I mean, don't they have a right to be separate?
No. You want to be in Canada, and we love that they're in Canada. But if you're going to be the come-from-away province who comes into Newfoundland during the tourist season, you need to be able to come from away into Newfoundland as a Canadian, even when the going has gotten rough.
I'll have to go back to where my father is from in Cupid's and see if they let the LeDrews in again. Michael Bryant, very good points, and I hope you win on the appeal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, 3 minutes. So thank you for watching. In response to many queries, I want you to know I don't always dress like Don Cherry. He dresses like me. Sometimes. But seriously, we are going to continue to follow the stories that matter to you. The corruption in Ottawa, COVID, the response of officials to it, and what's going on with your taxpayers' money. If you like these stories, please subscribe. You can press the button, it's right up there. And my webpage is right down below here. It's free, and we are providing the service because we want to make sure that Canadians know what's going on.